What was so important it couldn't wait till Monday?
You nabbed the wrong person.
This case is closed.
This is the case I'm using for my thesis on the 7 sins of memory.
You are done moonlighting, Sean. You shouldn't even have access to
If you
these
won't listen to me, then someone else will. It wouldn't look very good.
Okay, fine. What did you find?
First, the 7 sins of memory. Transients, blocking, absentmindedness, misattribution, suggestibility, bias, and persistence.
Terrific. Psych 101.
Your arrest was based on witness testimony, and human memories are far from perfect. Every witness was affected by at least one of these 7 sins of memory. Let's take a look at Rebecca's interview.
Look, I know this is hard for you, but can you just tell me who was there that night? Just for the record.
This isn't getting us anywhere, really. It was my birthday. You were there. Fine. My dad was there. My best friend Tierney was there.
Your boyfriend Gunther, remember?
You know he hates that name. He goes by Whisperer now.
And the chef?
Oh yeah, our chef Lula May. And William, our butler. Look, I really can't help you anymore. I'm having a hard time remembering everything.
Transients. Even well-formed memories are forgotten over time. It's totally natural, given that the interviews were conducted 2 weeks after the night of the murder. All the suspects showed signs of it.
This isn't new evidence. We all forget things over time.
You seem to be especially forgiving of that fact with your niece.
Let me remind you, Sean, in case you've forgotten. I am the criminal investigator with more than 20 years' experience, and you are the intern. Just stop playing detective. Thanks for giving us permission to film today, Lula May.
Y'all better shake a leg. I ain't got no time to gossip.
Oh, I just want to ask you one question. What were you making the night of the murder? Harry choked to death after dinner.
Beg your pardon. I thought y'all was asking questions, not pointing fingers.
That was a question. What were you making for dinner?
I'll tell you. It was, oh, I can see it. It's Becky's favorite dish. She cook it all the time. Oh, brain fart.
No, that's okay.
No, dadgummit. It's on the tip of my tongue. It was, shrimp and grits. Becky's favorite dish.
Blocking. So when a memory that you know well, like a name, a location, or a favorite dish, is temporarily unavailable, and you can't remember it.
Or maybe Lula May was just trying to hide something.
No way. The whole brain fart, tip of the tongue thing is a classic sign of blocking. And it probably wouldn't have happened if you hadn't made her so nervous. Blocking is more likely to happen when you're under stress.
You have zero evidence for any of this. So, William, from what I understand, Harry Bellum was a bit paranoid. He liked to keep things secure. You were his most trusted companion and butler for over 15 years. What can you tell me about that?
Oh, well, indeed, Mr. Bellum and I were good friends. He kept much of his house under lock and key, including his bedroom and medicine cabinet, the keys to which he only entrusted to me.
Where exactly did you keep those keys?
Why, in the drawer of my nightstand, of course. Wait, no, I moved them between the mattress and the bed frame. Oh, wait. They're in a safe place.
I'm sure. You were the last one to have seen Harry after he abruptly left the dinner table that night. There was some sort of altercation that upset him.
Oh, yes, that detestable young man Whisper. At dinner, he asked Mr. Bellum to invest in his product, some kind of new age filth or whatnot. When anyone asks Mr. Bellum for money, he becomes very agitated. But especially so in this case.
Shut up. Good luck with your idiot.
You retired to bed early, even before dessert and cocktails. As I had done every night, I brought Mr. Bellum his medicines and his coffee, no, his tea. Yes.
And he was fine when you left him.
Oh, yes. But then I realized I had forgotten something. His creamer. No, yes, his creamer, yes. Mr. Bellum? Mr. Bellum? Got your creamer? Oh, dear Lord. I found him just like that. Oh, dear.
Absentmindedness. People don't form strong memories because at the time the memory was formed, they were too busy, distracted. Their brains were trying to process too much information at once.
Actually, I agree with you. William was absent-minded. He was so preoccupied with lying to me that he couldn't get his story straight.
You're jumping to conclusions, and that isn't how absentmindedness works. It happens at the time of memory formation, not at recollection. William probably forgot those details because he was just so busy during the party.
And you have forgotten that William himself told me he had the key to Harry's medicine cabinet. You are so wrapped up in your thesis that you have forgotten the basic facts of this case, which, by the way, I already solved.
We have more to watch.
Whisper, Tierney, where was everyone at the time of the murder?
The cook was in the kitchen. Pretty ironic if you think about it.
The butler was waiting on us mostly, but there were a few times right before the murder happened that he disappeared. Sketch.
I could see Rebecca's aura was in a bad place. She ran upstairs after her dad left.
Yeah, but you followed her, right? Shouldn't you know that already?
Yes, thank you, Tierney. Rebecca was with me in her room at the time of her father's death. Oh, what about you two?
Totes. Well, after you and Becky left, it was like kind of awkward. So me and Wispy went out here to watch TV.
And what can you tell me about William's behavior? The butler.
Way sketch. He was acting really weird. Oh my gosh, I just remembered. He had a knife on him. And then Becky's dad shows up stabbed later on. Coincidence?
No. Harry choked to death.
Oh no. I did it again. This house looks exactly like the house from that show. Lula May was the one with the knife anyway.
What show?
We were watching this show, SCI, Suburban Crime Investigators. The murder on the show happened in a house like this.
I'm such an idiot.
No.
Well, yes. She's remembering something that happened on TV as though it happened in real life.
You cannot assume that a suspect is stupid. Tierney might be playing dumb just to hide her involvement in the murder.
I don't buy it. It's a classic example of misattribution. Misattribution occurs when you attach a memory to the wrong person, place, or time. Like if you remember a Shakespeare quote perfectly, but mistakenly recall that it was written by Charles Dickens.
Or you watch a television show and you think those things happen to you.
You'd be amazed how often it happens. She also mistakenly attached the memory of the knife to William instead of the cook. 2 examples of misattribution in one. But Lula May's knife wasn't the real murder weapon anyway.
What's this invention of yours?
It's not an invention. It's consciousness manifested physically. And like an open mind, it absorbs wisdom.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, it's like one of those grow your own dinosaur capsules you get at the dollar store.
You're so unconscious. This rapidly dissolving capsule reveals your own divine mother. If I could have got Harry to invest, we could have brought enlightenment to the world.
Yeah. Shame your product killed him.
What?
Not cool, bro.
Cause of death. An amorphous sponge lodged in his larynx. Rebecca didn't tell you?
Maybe someone took the capsule from your pocket at dinner.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I remember feeling something like that.
So there was someone nearby that could have reached into your pocket.
Oh, the butler. Yeah. He kept refilling our drinks, remember?
Yeah. I barely felt it, but he totally took it. He must have put it in Mr. Bellum's food. Oh, if I knew this was going to be used for evil, man.
Suggestibility?
By asking Whisper leading questions, Tyranny made him remember things that didn't actually happen. And you just egged them on.
But William did take the capsules from Whisper at dinner.
That's pure speculation. For all you know, Whisper could have killed Harry himself. Look, I used to look up to you, but encouraging these leading questions is manipulative and wrong.
Sean, this is over. I brought you on as an intern because you showed promise, not so that you would threaten me with the evidence that I collected. You know what? I'm leaving, and in the morning I want that and you gone.
Wait. The murderer is coming to this office in just a few minutes.
You reached out to the witnesses.
Just one.
In just a single afternoon, you have broken every single department protocol in the book. The murderer is in jail. You cannot just call up whoever
I
you want.
wouldn't have called unless I was certain I was right. Let me prove it to you.
One of us here is guilty of murder. I've listened to each of you, and I've taken our interviews very seriously.
But after 2 weeks, Transients says that everyone's memory of the event is fading.
Lulu May, during our interview, you were nervous. You forgot obvious details about the night of the murder, and you prepared the meal that Harry ate just before he choked to death.
Classic blocking. She was so stressed from your accusation, she couldn't remember the name of a dish that she makes all the time.
William, the story you spun for me is a bit messy.
Because his absent-mindedness kept him from forming proper memories.
And then our friend Tierney. You had a decent alibi. But do we believe someone who can't tell the difference between TV and reality?
That was a simple case of misattribution. She was watching a crime investigation show that took place in a similar house.
And Whisper. It was your invention that was the cause of death. The coroner pulled it from Harry's throat. Yet you say that someone took a capsule from your pocket during dinner.
A testimony based entirely on suggestibility. Tyranny planted that memory.
Scintillating commentary, Sean. Gold star for your thesis.
I'm not done.
You want to know how a real murder is solved? Evidence. These capsules were designed to dissolve rapidly. In just a few seconds. Harry was found in his bedroom, not in the dining room, so that leaves only one explanation as to how he was killed. Someone swapped Harry's heartburn medication for one of Whisper's capsules. It dissolved and expanded as he drank his tea. So where was everyone at the time of the murder? It would seem likely that Lulu May was in the kitchen, washing dishes. Maybe. Maybe not. Whisper and Tierney. You both claim that you were lounging poolside watching television. Again, no one there to corroborate your stories. William, you were the busiest of them all, splitting time between Harry's bedroom and the guests in the dining room. Rebecca and I have a shared alibi. She and I were in her room in the moments leading up to Harry's death.
No, it's not that.
You've been able to tell me everything since you were this high.
Promise not to tell Dad.
Promise.
I think William is in love with me. He's been acting really weird and it's just freaking me out. He said something about a special gift.
But only one person here had the key to Harry's medicine cabinet. William. Why did you do it?
It's always the butler.
Allow me to answer for you. On Rebecca's 21st birthday, she would have access to her father's fortune in the event of his death.
I gave you a birthday present you'll never forget.
I don't want your stupid present.
For you.
Explain that one to me, Sean.
Bias.
Bias? The evidence points to William. Yes, memories are fallible, and a lot of this case relies on them, but at the end of the day, you are ignoring one simple fact. One key and the one butler who had access to it.
But wouldn't it be
No,
possible?
Sean, you are the one who's biased. Stop trying to make me a fool and you the hero.
Your personal feelings towards one of the suspects altered your memories.
Am I too late? What's this about?
Are you out of your mind? I can't believe you, after everything that she's been through.
She couldn't get to her father's inheritance until she was 21. And you once told me he wasn't exactly the kind-hearted father she needed.
Said what?
I did look at me. Unlike the butler, she had easy access to her boyfriend's stupid capsule.
How can you listen to
Rebecca,
this?
please.
Do you think
just
I'm
calm
some kind
down.
of a
No,
monster?
I don't at all.
Don't
Come on.
touch me.
Rebecca. Out.
You just let the murderer get away. Again.
Murderer is in jail, Sean.
Were you with Rebecca in her room at the time of her father's death?
Yes.
You're positive?
Yes.
She didn't leave the room at any
No.
point to go to the bathroom,
No.
to blow her nose,
No.
to do anything.
Wait. She went to the bathroom to clean herself up. I forgot.
And as I recall from the house blueprint, Rebecca's bathroom has a window. Don't you think it's possible that she could have climbed out the window, snuck back into the house through William's window, stolen his keys, unlocked the medicine cabinet, and replaced her dad's heartburn medicine? She could have been back in her bathroom without you ever knowing. Ridley, what if Rebecca was counting on you being at the party that night because she knew you'd be the one to investigate, and you would never point the finger at her?
Persistence. The final sin and the worst of all. It's like a curse. Unwanted memories torture you, won't leave you alone.
The keys. How could Rebecca know where William kept the keys?
It's unlikely, but not impossible.
I need you to do this for me.
Do you have any idea what would happen if I did?
I'm turning 21 tomorrow. I can finally get it. How will I know if you really love me?
Of course I love you. I need to prepare your father's coffee. Have you seen my keys? I can't remember where I've left them.
And happy birthday to my Rebecca.
He said something about a special gift.
I don't at all. Come on. Rebecca.
For you.
Someone swapped Harry's heartburn medication.
It's like a curse. Unwanted memories torture you.
I gave you a birthday present you'll never forget.